All right. Welcome back, Free Mind. You know what I'm saying? Um, like, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. This is part three, um, where I just destroyed them on the facts. They accused me of having a great Toyota Tacoma. Y'all didn't hear him say that, but in the letter, I should have uploaded it. But I may come back on the later video and just show you the letter that they wrote me. But in the letter they wrote me, or you can do a public records request and get it. Andrew Bell, State Board of Elections versus Andrew Bell, and it'll show. They said I had a 2008 Toyota Tacoma. And so, I've never owned a great Toyota Tacoma. He said it was campaign materials. Obviously, they weren't. So we're going to go ahead and start it back, start his lies back, basically.
So what's your response to that?
I have photos. Let me go. The actual files.
Oh, he going to be over there for a while. So, I'm going to keep talking while but you can see, like, all the lawyers in the front, they're like, man, what's going on? Laughing and whatnot, because I'm just a lay person. I'm not trained in the law or anything. But one thing about the truth, you don't have to be trained. You could just speak the truth. The truth is gonna speak for itself. So and that's what it's doing. So if you lie, you gotta lie 2 times. You gotta lie 4 times, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. Truth. You keep saying the truth over and over. They can't. It is what it is.
Is Investigator Dees with us today?
But obviously, the state of Georgia has been doing this since before the Civil War. You know what I mean? So we had 10 years of freedom during Reconstruction, and obviously we've been struggling ever since. I mean, even though, like I say, state capitals in the city of Atlanta.
Well, we know I wasn't on the ballot. I mean, that's a whole nother thing why I'm suing the Secretary of State. So we could just, we know I wasn't on the ballot. So the campaigning thing, that's,
Were you campaigning for somebody else? I just
well,
want to make sure.
I wasn't even
I
there.
just want to close the
I don't know
door.
what they were doing.
I hear you. I just wanted to make sure I closed the door here.
He said I was
No,
campaigning.
no. I hear you, but I'm asking the question. Were you campaigning for anyone else that day?
Well, I was the person that was getting nomination signatures for the nomination petition. I was located at Columbia Drive.
Okay.
So I don't know what went on at Peachcrest. I was at Columbia Drive when the DeKalb County official called me to come to Peachcrest over the phone.
And you didn't send Mr. Franklin there, right?
No, they were entitled to do whatever they wanted to do to collect signatures.
Okay, and you didn't know Mr. Franklin was within 150 feet, right?
How can I?
And you didn't instruct Mr. Franklin to go within 150 feet, right?
How can I?
Well, I mean, you could just say, hey,
Okay.
Benny, stand out front of the door and get these signatures.
I wasn't there.
Well, before he went there, you could have said,
Before he
Benny,
went,
go stand there. So it's clearly possible that you could have. I'm asking, did you?
I did not.
Okay, thank you. That's all. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
The question I have, was Mr. Franklin working to collect signatures for you?
He was.
Did you know he was going to this school?
I did not.
Did you care where he went so long as he got the signatures?
No.
And you were collecting signatures for a particular candidate, right?
Himself.
Himself.
For yourself, that's fine.
Okay.
And you were collecting signatures where again? I'm sorry.
Columbia Drive polling station, which was, I think it's Hillside Presbyterian Church, I
Understand.
believe. I'm not
Do you know
100%
whether or
accurate.
not you were within 150 feet?
Excuse me, sir?
Do you know whether or not you were within 150 feet of the polling place?
No. I always make sure that I'm far enough back. Usually what I do is when I get there, I asked the polling person, who's ever in charge, the supervisor, where I can be, so that everybody's on the same accord. That's what I do. I don't know what anybody else does.
Now, for the investigator, if I can interrupt, Edward, is that okay?
I'm done.
Okay. Did Mr. Franklin tell you that he had been instructed by Mr. Bell to go within 150 feet?
Not that specifically. What Mr. Franklin indicated was that Mr. Bell was present at the voting location and that he was driving the truck that was captured in the photos taken by the complainant. That's what Mr. Franklin told our investigator.
Now, Mr. Franklin admitted to you that he was within 150 feet, right?
He said he didn't know that that was a violation.
But he
was
admitted that he
unaware
was
of it.
within the 150 feet, right?
Yes, and our photos show that.
Okay. You
Wait,
just
wait,
put words
wait,
in his mouth.
Wait a minute, I have the floor, sir. You're harming your case. I'm trying to help you. I'm going to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we dismiss the charge against Mr. Bell because I believe the evidence is at worst conflicted. Concerning the evidence against him, the evidence is at worst conflicted. And at best for him, there is no evidence at all that he instructed this gentleman to go within 150 feet. There's no evidence that he was within 150 feet. So I'm going to move that we move to dismiss the case against Mr. Bell, but that Mr. Franklin admitted that he was electioneering within 150 feet. So I believe there is evidence sufficient to find a violation relating to Mr. Franklin. So I would move that go to the Attorney General's office. So my motion is to dismiss the charge against Mr. Bell and to send over Mr. Franklin over to the Attorney General.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion on the motion?
Would it be possible to see the photographs in the file of the truck in question that you have?
Yes, and the truck was at his residence also, so that's where.
So this is what my opinion of what just happened here. So the gentleman that was speaking, who made the motion, seems like at that time he was trying to do the right thing. They second it, but this lady at the end, she's corrupt. I'm gonna call her right now, right here on this live, and I'm gonna explain further how I found out she was corrupt, and you'll see it in the video because I had to come back to this corrupt board 2 months after this, and I'll explain that she was out to get me from the get-go, but she tried to play like she wasn't.
Where him owning the truck came from, obviously.
At whose residence?
At Mr. Bell's residence.
So you
So
took a
here's
picture of the truck at my house? Of course it's gonna be at my house.
Well, you said you didn't own the truck.
I'm saying I want to see it at the polling location.
Well, I think you said, I didn't own a truck, I've never owned a truck.
No, the board said, I have you guys' letter right here.
No, I'm talking about what you said
What
here.
you said a few minutes ago.
Great Toyota Tacoma. I don't own a Great Toyota Tacoma.
Okay, we're gonna had a little snafu. We're gonna resume part 4. Look out for part 4. We're gonna resume part 4 so you can see the ending of this. And then there's another one in October. But we're gonna do part 4 and then we'll be done.